What's up, UH Nation? This week we're talking small forwards.
Small forwards.
Yep. So no more guards. The in between.
I still think there's a lot of overlap, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because a lot
I
of
mean, it's
these
a rec league. You know,
I know, it's hard-
It's
it's
not
hard
the
to-
NBA, so
I mean,
a lot of these guys could play guard.
Oh yeah, I
shooting
think
guard,
1 through 4. A lot of these guys
4.
can play the same positions. But we know we get a lot of heat from these guys who think they're points. We put them as small forwards.
So since everybody likes hearing their names on video,
It don't matter what position. They just want to hear the name, right?
Yeah.
Let's just go down the list of like
we'll have a
names.
6-man, just so people can
Just
get
so
on.
we get our name. Just name everybody. in
Just
the
name
league.
everybody in the league for sure.
Everybody gets mad at us anyways.
But yeah, we're gonna go to. We'll start with Palm Valley. We're gonna go to Eddie right now first. Top 5 small forwards.
Oh,
Yep. So no more guards. These are the tweeners, in betweeners.
Right.
Yep. Not the bigs, but
well, we've got a lot of
The
point
slashers.
forwards in our league.
Oh God.
So we'll
this should
start
be
off.
interesting.
Yeah, we'll start off with Donald Lair, also known as Pookie. Probably the silkiest, smoothest, fundamentally sound player that we have in the league. Veteran that we have, old school, but he'd probably be the top #1 seed as far as.
I would have loved to seen him back in his younger days.
Oh man, this guy can go. Yeah, a little bit slower nowadays, but still able to get to the bucket, create his own shots. Still a 15-point guy anytime he gets on the floor. So
Got 2 rings too.
Yeah, there you go. Speaks a lot of it. Number 2, have to go with Manning Watts. Manning Watts, probably like a smaller Tim Duncan to me. Really just does everything right.
Okay.
Doesn't do, not too fast, not too slow. Goes at his own pace, but man, he gets rebounds over big guys. Is able to distribute the ball, is able to shoot, able to put the ball on the ground. So
I agree. That's a good pick.
yeah, number 3, I would have Namdi. Only Namdi can go. He's my recruit, my top pick this season. But really one of those guys that does all the dirty work.
Utility player.
Yeah,
Does
slasher,
everything.
crashes the boards, really goes 110% anytime he's on the floor.
That's what you need out of a small forward.
Exactly, that's why I added him to the small forward. Gerald Brown,
Oh, that.
knowing he's a guard in the league, but here played more of a bigger role. So we put him in the small forward spot. But again, Gerald Brown, his name speaks for itself.
One of the few former NBA players that we have.
Exactly. And it's funny, as soon as he came on the court, you quickly notice that, okay, this guy played in the league. He played somewhere. So he takes up that number 4 spot. Last we have Aero Turbine Chris.
Chris Rory.
Chris Rory, yeah.
Not a power forward. Small forward.
No, small forward. Yeah, because he does a lot of dirty work down low, but he also has a small game to him too. Like he's able to get the ball around the top key level, penetrate, dribble, pass. But really one of those guys that attacks the glass, goes 110% each and every game.
I agree. I think he was one of the key reasons why Mo went to the Final Four
I
last year.
think so too. That was a big
Gotta have
pickup
guys
for
like
him. Yeah, a very good pickup. So that makes up the top 5 for Palm Valley.
All right, thanks, Eddie. So that was Eddie.
It's a good group.
Another impressive 5.
Impressive. I think a lot of those guys are very smart players, athletic enough, long rebounds. They do a lot of things, like I said, like Donald, he facilitates a lot. So, I mean, I can see him as a point guard or a small forward, so he does a good job.
Yeah, definitely one of the veterans in the league, man. He's been,
Yeah. Namde's an athletic guy too. He's long, gets in the paint, he gets that shot over people. He's
utility guy.
a utility guy, exactly.
He
Same
kind of
thing.
does a little bit of everything, I
Yeah,
think,
so
for each
a lot of
team.
those guys are long. I mean, that's why I think we put him in the small forward. The longer guys get a lot of rebounds, steals, to make
Chris
shots.
Rory, I felt like, was kind of a 4, the way he played, but he's a tweener.
But he's a tweener as well too, because he hustles so much. I mean, he's so energetic. He has that energy. He's non-stop. Like
Yeah.
I've seen him with 5 fouls, and he just doesn't back down. I mean, he just
Yeah.
he just wants to play energetic. That's his game. Leaks out, slashes the rim. He's physical too, for a skinnier guy, leaner guy. But I can see him as a 3-4. But I don't argue that he's a small forward.
Yeah, and then Manny Watts, Eddie called him Tim Duncan.
Efficient.
Yeah, efficient. All these guys are guys that you need to win, I think.
Yeah. See, like I said, a lot of overlap, but these guys are. I think we put them because they're a little longer, athletic. They can make the dirty plays and everything like that. So
And then last one was former pro, Gerald Brown, former Phoenix Suns.
he played 1 season with us, right?
Played 2 seasons of
2 seasons.
UH, yeah. He won a title
The first year.
the first season with them.
Then he didn't show up for the playoffs in the second
Yeah.
year. So I don't think I got a chance to see him. But when you're in the NBA, you've got to
Even at 40, he was still
Yeah.
hooping.
He's got the skill set. He just knows he's a smart player. So
Yeah. we'll move on to Javon and Tempe. I'm here with Javon Wright, Tempe Elite Coordinator. We're going top 5 small forwards this week.
Top 5 small forwards. I would say it's not the strongest of our leagues. I'd say point guards, shooting guards are probably the strongest. But looking at
league everywhere though.
Yeah, looking at Tempe all time, I'm gonna start on my list from one that I think is probably the best we've seen. Fred, cannot put Fred on there.
Yeah, he's a legend.
Yeah, he's been known all around Arizona. Great small forward. Plays better offense than defense, but I think he can turn the defense on when he needs to. But no, I think Fred is definitely probably best shooting guard in Phoenix. My second one would probably have to be Brandon Bell. The short time that we had him, he was great for us.
Handling carried us.
Yeah, he carried us. I mean, we were a losing team, and then he came around, and we were a winning team for half the season. So no, I think Brandon Bell is probably. You could tell he played in college. He's played. He has a lot of potential to play somewhere else as well. But he's probably right up there with Fred, especially being a lefty. He's kind of shifty. Another guy I thought about is Marcus. He hasn't been here the last 3 seasons, but he was always a defensive stopper and always a workhorse for his team. And
high energy player.
Yeah, I mean he always brought the energy and played well when his team needed him. He played for Game Over. He played for the Bulls. And they're all winning squads. Also I think I got to shout out to Mike McCoy. He actually plays for Brad Carroll's team, right alongside our cameraman Brandon Walker here. Not gonna shout out anything, but no, I think Mike McCoy is great. You could tell he's played in college. He elevates the most out of any guard or any small forward. I mean, he's a good shooter, good defender, good energy, pretty smart player. I'd say he's on that list as well.
Last one.
It's kind of tough, but who was it out of? Jeremiah. Yeah, it was kind of hard to pick who I was gonna put on the list in the last spot. But you know what? I'm gonna put Jeremiah on that list. He comes every week. He's never late. He suits up, laces up, and he's ready to go. Great defender, great player.
Spot up shooter.
Yeah, I mean, just spot up shooter, and he kind of is like the Green on the Warriors, kind of like that. Like, just brings the energy and keeps his team in it. So I'd say that's my top 5.
Back to Tempe. It's always like, been there so long,
I know, man. These guys, these are just the names you always see.
Yeah. So
time.
We'll start with Marcus Atkins, prototypical.
I think he's a prototypical
energy guy.
Layups, his shots, defense, slashes, gets up.
Whatever team he was on, they were always winning. I think he was a big reason.
I mean,
the motor.
A motor is a great way to define them, to describe him. But he was slashing. He was hard to guard. He was in your face, playing hard defense, quick as hell. Quick jump, so he was your prototypical small forward. Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Jeremiah Nelson, another guy that's just been there since day one. Just consistent.
Mid-range shooter, good shooter outside, gets his rebounds.
Doesn't blow by you, but he plays good defense, smart player.
Knows where the spot in the court to hit those open shots. I mean, I'm always seeing him with these mid-range shots, always open all the time. So he knows where to go, gets his rebounds, plays good defense. He won't athletically blow by you or anything like that, but he's just a smart player on that one, heady player.
I'm glad he made the list.
Good pick.
Mike McCoy from Brad Carroll 4.0.
I see more of him as a guard type player because he facilitates a lot more. Good shooter and everything, but I see him more as a 2-guard more so than a small forward.
Javon doesn't know what he's talking about.
We have to correct him all the time. No, but to me, Mike's more of a guard. He facilitates the ball, shoots the ball. I mean, he does it all. I mean, it's hard because 2s and 3s are they can overlap in skill set. Because the next one we can talk about is Fred. Fred is probably the best scoring small forward we have. I mean,
Hands down.
But he does everything. He gets triple doubles all the time. He's getting assists, rebounds, but he's probably the best scorer.
I think he averaged triple double one year.
Yeah, he can do that. So I think we put him as a small forward because of his height, what he does overall. But the number one thing you think about is Fred is a scorer. Fred is a scoring 3.
I don't think you necessarily have to be a shooter to be a small
No.
or even
No.
a shooting guard.
No, you don't.
Last week, I know we were arguing about the Bog kid. I said he can jump, but like guys like Dwayne Wade is a shooting guard, right? But he's not a shooter. You know what I mean?
He's a scorer, but
He's-
I mean,
he's
yeah,
a scorer.
But he's not a shooter in the sense like he's a
Right.
Steve Kerr or a Craig Hodge.
Yeah, you don't
but
have to be
he's still
a-
a two guard in the sense that he's a two guard, shooting guard.
Yeah. So, we do have to correct. Fred does have 3 titles. Last week, he got a little upset at us
Does
because
he have 3 titles?
yes, he's won
Oh,
one with X
game
over
at
and
Game
2 with
Over.
Splash Brothers.
Game over and 2 Splash Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the true 3 times.
Yeah. So yeah, he's a true 3-time. Yeah.
All right, 3 times. I see you. I see you 3 times.
So yeah, there's your shout out, Fred. We
Him
didn't
and Zach
forget.
might have to duke it out then. Whoever wins the next championship. Zach has a good shot at winning the championship with Scottsdale, though.
Yeah. And then our last one in Tempe, Brandon Bell, maybe one of the Will's here, but he might be one of the best staff brothers all time.
Yeah.
He's up there. How you feel about that, Will? Behind the camera. Hold up. Nah.
This guy was.
This guy
probably
can't-
felt disrespected last week because we didn't talk about you.
Yeah,
we,
well,
we gave you a shout
I
out.
came in, I had dishing the rock out, I'm still
Yeah,
getting no
yeah.
love, but it's a brutal world out
People
there.
think we fix the games already enough as it is. You're a staff brother. We can't talk about you that
I
much.
feel it, I understand.
Brandon Bell is Mr. What is it, 72 that one night he scored?
72.
Was it 72?
We scored 6. He scored 72.
That's,
No, dude. He can handle
carried
the ball.
us.
Big dude takes to the rim.
because we sucked.
We did. But when he takes to the rim, he does. I mean, he's just strong.
Yeah.
He can.
He was a
Mr.
beast.
Do-it-all.
Can
Mr.
handle. He was like the
handles.
LeBron James that
Yeah.
season of
Good
Tempe.
handles, rebound for us. He played big. He played center for us.
So no disrespect to Will, but he might be one of the best staff brothers.
Nah, he definitely is the best staff brother in this town. There would be no
Yeah.
brother without him.
He played a key piece too in the national championship.
But even still,
last
yeah.
year.
But not just a stat brother, like you said. He played for Balls Hard. Came off the bench a couple times and just did everything.
Yeah.
He's pretty much a mismatch on the court.
Yeah, missing him in the league. Well, that's it for Tempe. We're gonna move on to your club in Gilbert. It's always tough with Gilbert because we have the least history.
Yeah, I mean it's only been 3 seasons. A lot of overlap.
I think we're going into our fourth season now. Fourth season,
Third or
3 or
fourth.
4, but not even a year. It's
But
less than a year
regardless,
old.
there's a lot of overlap. A lot of the guys from Tempe,
Right.
we've named in Tempe, have actually do play in Gilbert as well too. So a lot of times we want to give the Tempe guys to Tempe guys. So
Yeah.
a lot of the Gilbert guys we have are newer faces.
Yeah.
Like reigning MVP, Pascual Bracco.
Yeah, I was gonna say him for last, but okay, we'll go with
I
Brock.
would talk about. I would talk about first because I think he's
He's hands down. I think
hands down the best one we've got. I think because that mid-range game is strong.
he plays. Yeah, a 3. Like there's no question. He's not a 2. He's a
Yeah.
3. I think he's like a legit
Slashes the ball, gets
three-pointer.
rebounds. Yeah, he's
great slasher. Mid-range, like you said.
Mid-range is the most efficient I've seen.
Yeah.
I mean, he knows what he does. He doesn't force the ball at all.
He does everything a 3 is supposed
Yeah,
to be doing.
yeah.
Connor Helvig, this guy we kind of missed last week. He kind of plays a 2, but I could see him as a 3
I
as
can see
well.
him as a 3 here, but yeah, he's 2, 3.
He was definitely one of the best players in Gilbert.
Once he got hot, he had a great shot as well too. Yeah, we
Yeah.
haven't seen him since.
Well, he plays
last year.
college,
Yeah.
so he'll be back,
Yep.
I'm sure, this summer or maybe even next season. So, another one that's been there since our first season,
Yeah,
Kenny
Kenny.
Mahone. Strong dude.
strong dude.
Yeah, I still remember him from that first season with the Monstars, man.
I mean, there was a couple games I think he dropped 50, he's dropping 35. He's just another one, just
great
so
scorer.
strong.
One
Scorer.
of the great scorers.
Just score, not a shooter. I mean, he can shoot the ball, but he's gonna take to the hole. He's just so strong.
Yeah.
big dude, muscular dude, but very skilled, can handle the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a bigger 3, but he's definitely that prototypical 3 you want as a
He's our
mismatch.
dude.
He's good. Score.
Next, Daryl Hunter. What do you think?
I don't see him as
3?
no,
2?
no.
See him more as a 2?
Point guard.
Point guard?
He facilitates for that team.
Scottie Pippen facilitated.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Point forward.
Yeah.
I don't see him as a small forward. He does everything. The thing with Daryl too, he's kind of like Fred. He does everything. He's not a great scorer.
Yeah.
He'll get you the points when he gets the layups. He'll hit a couple threes, but he really does play more the point position.
There's just not very many 3s. I mean,
I know.
I could throw out Archie Woolard just as a shout out.
another
I think
one.
he's a 3.
He's a legit 3.
in this-
To me, that's why I don't think Daryl's a legit 3. I can see him more as a 2.
Yeah.
Even on this team, he actually facilitates a lot more. I know just because you facilitate, you're not the point, but his skill set and what he does, I would
Yeah.
put him at the point versus the small forward to me.
Last up, we had to give out our staff brother a shout
Another
out.
staff brother, Kyle.
Kyle Crooms. Little
He's another
inside,
guy.
outside.
He's another guy. He's another guy who's inside outside because he's a bigger guy, but he can take to the hole.
He
Great
plays inside.
post
He
up.
can
He plays
post up,
inside.
plays inside and outside.
Great size, great good shot inside. So another guy who's really A 2. I would put him as a 3. He's a solid 3.
Yeah.
Back in the day, he might have been a point guard, 2 guard.
Yeah, let's not talk about it anymore. Let's move on.
Let's move on. Kyle Kuzma, that's it.
Forget the
Shout out.
Staff Brothers. Lastly, we'll go to Aaron in Scottsdale. Hey, what's up? I'm here with Aaron Brody, Scottsdale League Pointer.
What's up?
So we're going small forwards this week.
Forwards this week?
Yep.
All right, I'll probably go Darren Dorsey. I'll say Brandon Bearden, Eli Davis, Sean Finnessy, and probably I'll go Gabe Sandoval. That's who I think. So all real nice combo guards.
Who do you think's the best small forward in Scottsdale ever?
Small forward.
If you're taking a team to Vegas, who are you taking?
You gotta take Darren. If you pick, I mean, if he's available, you know what I'm saying. You got the team to complement. You gotta take Darren. Eli Davis is another good all-around pick. Gabe is another all-around good pick. So really, any of them.
Yeah.
Maybe not Sean. Sean's a little slow. He's already left, so he can't hear me. But you'll see it when it's on.
All right. Well, thanks, Aaron. Appreciate it, Start man. with Sean Finnessy.
Look at it. Sean,
We're only putting him on there because we know he's gonna probably yell at
I
us
know
if we
y'all
did it.
does. But
But he's really not that great. I'm just kidding.
how
No.
surprised were you when you saw his points at 24 points a game? We're like, Sean,
I'm like, what?
what? This same one? Phoenix Baller?
Yeah,
Sean?
he's got that like Paul Pierce game in him, you
Yeah,
know.
he's-
Definitely in the draft league, he's definitely one of the better players in the draft league.
He is. He's actually a real good player, man. I like it. I mean, his skill set's good. He makes a lot of shots, gets hot.
He's slow, can't jump. You know,
He's got good handles, though. He's pretty efficient
Yeah.
with his handles.
Yeah, he's
But
crafty.
But yeah, he's crafty.
Kind of like Gerald Williams a little bit, just kind of
Yeah.
smart. Just knows how to get to the basket when he needs to.
That's enough about Sean.
Okay. Next, this was kind of a tweener. Brandon Burden. You see him as a 3 or 4?
That's a tough one because really with him,
He doesn't really play inside.
he doesn't really play inside, but he's got, like I said, I hate to say this, but he does play good defense because he's so
Yeah.
damn long. He gets a lot of blocks,
That
gets a lot of
space
rebounds,
defense.
plays that space defense. But he's athletic. I mean,
Yeah.
the thing about him is that he's athletic, he's energetic.
He's definitely the most athletic guy in the draft league right now.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a Marcus Atkins type player where he's
Right.
really athletic and can go to the rim when he needs to. He's settled for a lot of shots lately because that's his role, but 3-4, I can see him as a 3-4, but he's not that. I mean, he's only 6'2", but he's just so damn athletic and long.
Yeah, I think he's a great 3.
He's a good 3. He's a
Yeah.
good 3. Defensive 3, good. Can score when he can. Takes it to the rim. It's hard to stop. So
Next up, this is one of my favorites. Eli Davis.
Eli's
He's
yes.
a flat out baller. He can just
Yeah, he can ball straight up.
Yeah.
Shoot the ball.
Handles.
Rebounds. He's so big.
one of the most skilled guys I think we've ever had. in
He's
the
to
league.
me that's a good 3 right there. Offensively, he's one of the best offensive players I've seen. I wish we would have seen him more often because I
Yeah.
think there's only a couple seasons he played with us.
And the games, the seasons he did play, he didn't show up for very many games.
Didn't many games, but you can see just from his skill set,
Yeah.
that's a good player to call out.
Next one we have. You didn't really agree with me on this one, Gabe Sandoval. You see him more as a point
I
guard.
see him more as a point guard because he's kind of like he's like what I talked
mean,
about with.
I see what you're saying because he holds the ball for like 20 seconds before
It's
anything
not the fact that he
happens.
balls the ball, but if you watch him, he facilitates
Right.
everything. He's,
But if you look at Carmelo, he's dribbling the ball for 20 seconds.
he's not facilitating nothing. You know what I mean? Like
He can create.
just because I'm not saying like Shaq holds the ball for 20 seconds most of the time.
I'm just saying in a rec league, I wouldn't, I wouldn't put him as a point guard in a rec league because he's so much taller and bigger.
Taller and bigger. I know.
You get what I'm
See,
saying?
I know what you're saying because
He's not a prototypical point guard.
Not your prototypical.
And he's not
like
quick.
he's not.
So
But he's up top facilitating. If you watch
he's
the
like
game,
Gerald, but a lot.
he won't shoot the balls. He doesn't shoot the ball a lot.
He's a pretty good shooter.
But he does. But look at his numbers. He's not gonna, especially for balls so hard. He probably shot 6-8 times at most.
yeah.
But he probably got more assists and rebounds than his shots.
He was like one of those guys he can score when he wanted to.
Yeah.
But
He could. No,
you
he's a
know,
good player. Don't get me wrong. He's a good player.
Yeah.
I would have just on that squad.
I
he
saw
was more-
D-Mac more as a guard. I feel like Adam also handled the ball
Yeah,
too.
but if you looked at Adam, didn't play that many minutes. It was more
Yeah.
Gabe.
Brandon
it was,
Bell.
It was D-Mac who was running more the baseline. He was more the Reggie Miller type for D-Mac. If you watch him, he ran baseline, slashing
Right.
through. Gabe was the one dishing off to him when D-Mac was slicing through. So to me, what I saw, Gabe was the facilitator to D-Mac.
Yeah.
D-Mac being the 2 guy.
The last one, I think best small forward hands down, Darren Dorsey.
Oh, he's probably the best player, period,
Might
just
be,
in general.
Yeah, that kid can just.
Again, I think he plays like point guard everywhere else, but just because of his size in our league and what he does, you're putting
Yeah.
him at small forward.
I mean, like you said earlier, he
Two-
could play. He
two
could play
guard,
one.
one,
He could,
two,
I mean, he
three.
plays one overseas.
Yeah, he can play 1,
the
2, 3, right?
I could play as a 3. I mean, yeah, he's
I
a
think-
slasher too. 'Cause
yeah.
That's why I could see him playing a 3.
I know, that's
you
the
know what
hard part. Exactly. He can get up. I've seen him get up over people.
I mean? Oh yeah, he's a,
So-
he can fly.
To me, I put him. I know it's an overlap, but to me, I probably lean more towards a 2 guard for him. I think we talked. I might have talked about him, or I might have forgot. I forget now. I lean more towards 2 guard than 3, in my opinion. But like I said, he can play 1, 2, 3. He can probably play 4 in this league. He's so damn big.
Yeah.
He's a big, strong kid. So,
Yeah, hopefully.
but I would put him at a 2, in my opinion.
Yeah, hopefully he makes it back this summer.
Yeah, it'd be fun to see him. Him and his boy TJ. Combination.
Honorable mention: Cello Campbell, high flyer.
High flyer. Oh, Marcelo.
Marcelo.
Oh, that guy.
Who'd you think I was talking about?
What's up? I'll tell you what I was thinking about. Yes, actually, yes. I would put Cello in there as well too. I forgot about him.
Yeah.
High flyer. I think he was rusty. I think he had some type of injury the second season he played, but he was a good player too, man. He was deadly, quick, can get up. Yeah, I like him too. Actually, that's my bad. I thought you were talking about somebody else. I crossed him out, but because I thought you were talking about some other dude, some other white
Okay.
dude.
So that wraps it up for Scottsdale. Who's your pick? Top small forward in the state. Who are you taking to Vegas?
If you're basing it off all this, I mean, I like. Man, these guys are just so deep, man. It's just so many good
I
players.
think
man.
I'll
I mean,
go first.
Darren.
Darren, yeah, obviously.
he's just the best player,
great-
period, I
Best
think.
player. But if we're looking numbers, his body of work, I think Fred Dudley.
Of course, you put
you're-
Fred out there.
Yeah, like we said it earlier about Brandon. Fred Dudley be another guy we would probably have his jersey retired.
Yep.
When it's all said and done.
Brandon's
So-
another good player if you put him at the small
Yeah.
forward, Brandon Bell. So you know what, skill wise, yeah, you would take Darren Dorsey. Fred's resume, but
Yeah.
at this point in time, I'd put Darren as the best small forward if you're going to categorize him on that level.
Okay. So last week we tried to talk a little bit NBA, best small shooting over. That was too easy. Small forward, I think it's a lot.
That's tough.
That's
man.
a tough one. See, it's a lot more debatable. Last week was tough because we knew MJ,
Because I mean, first when you think small forward, who's the first name that pops in your head?
Scottie Pippen.
Scottie Pippen, right? Yeah, because he did everything. He slashed the ball, did everything.
But then again, like, I don't think Scottie could carry a team.
Well,
I
he
mean,
did,
obviously
remember? Well, he did.
he was the ultimate wingman. He's probably the best wingman
And,
ever.
and when Jordan went out those 2
Yeah,
years, he
he
didn't
couldn't.
care. I mean, he won 50 games, they were out. So
But they got far.
yeah, but
he's not LeBron James.
no, LeBron James is another small forward. Do you put him at small forward? Yes,
He could play the 3 or 4. But yeah,
I think he mainly plays a 3.
yeah.
So
I see that too.
He'd probably be the best small
To
forward.
me,
we've
yeah,
had.
hands down, I think LeBron James.
Small forward. What other names would you think of? Because small forward again, it's hard. Sean Marion. Hey,
No way.
20 and 10.
Another, yeah, the stats are there.
Nash-
but
Nash effect?
I'm
Was
not
it the
drafting
Nash
Sean
effect?
Marion to carry my team.
He drafted him in the fantasy though.
Yeah, I take him in
Fantasy.
fantasy.
Is that the Nash effect?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, small forward is tough just because like it's
I think Oscar Robertson was back.
He's
I
a
mean,
point
we
guard.
didn't see him
He's a
play,
point
but I
guard.
mean, his stats. He's a
Point
point
guard.
guard. Thanks. You sure? 6'8", dude.
Magic Johnson.
That's true.
Magic
6'8"
Johnson,
point guards back in the day.
Oscar Robertson, point guard. When you ever triple double, you're a point guard. He's one of the best
Yeah.
point guards in the league.
Yeah,
You can debate that. See, Dominique Wilkins,
Kevin Durant's gonna go down as one of the best.
Kevin Durant's another one. I mean, he
Yeah.
plays. Does
This
he really
era.
play 2 guard 3? He plays.
I'm
2
trying to think
three.
of back in the day. Like James Worthy was a good 3, but
James Worthy.
he's not as good as the guys we have now.
No.
I
It's
think
hard.
the 3s now are better,
Threes now are better, more athletic,
skilled.
more skilled. I mean, who do you put as
I'm
a
trying
2?
to think of one in the 80s. I can't even, to be honest.
Yeah, the 80s are tough because
James Worthy's the first one that came to my mind.
James Worthy, who's on the Celtics. I mean, there was,
Oh, Larry
but
Bird.
he was more. I mean, because he's 6'8". He's a
Kevin
big guy.
McHale.
Kevin McHale's a power forward. No,
Yeah,
no,
so
he's a
Larry
power
was a
forward.
small forward. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's a small forward shooting. I mean, yeah, small forward. But
Yeah.
one of the best shooters, period. I mean, who else?
So I think Larry Bird's the best in 80s. You would have to say
Yeah,
his body of work. 90s, I would probably have to go Pippen.
Pippen.
In 2000s, probably
Because
LeBron.
who else would you have? Some of the better teams are, no, because Sean Campbell's a power forward. I'm trying to think Utah. There's a lot. I mean, you're right. Small forward's hard to kind of gauge. Like you said, Pippen's the first name that comes to mind.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, that's gonna wrap it up here. We'd love to hear what you guys think. Let us know. Give us a comment.
Yeah, if we forgot about you or you miscategorized you. let
Yeah,
us
if we
know.
missed you, definitely let us know because I know we probably missed quite a few guys.
we hear about it. Trust me.
Yeah, I hear about it because you don't have a Facebook. So
Because I don't want to hear about it. That's the problem. I don't want to hear these guys. I hear them complain.
Everybody
all the
get
damn time.
born on Facebook. Let's start a campaign right
I
now.
hear too much complaint all the time already. I don't need that in my life.
But appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure to check back next week. It's mid-season already, so we'll do the mid-season recap next week,
Okay,
and then
mid-season
we'll come
recap.
back and wrap it up with the power forwards and centers.
We're gonna group them all together.
Huh?
We're gonna group the power forward centers
No,
together.
because I still think we still have week 6 and 7, so we'll do power forward center, and then we'll do the playoffs.
Okay.
preview,
We have enough
so.
centers.
If not, we'll do top 3.
Top two.
Top 2. Yeah, we'll
You
figure
put
it out.
me at power forward or center.
Putting you at power forward, son. All right, thanks, guys. Have a great weekend. Thanks for watching.
Who is this?